Welcome back to another video, YouTube. Unfortunately, we have more bad news. We have Damar, Hamlin from the discussion gang. We all right? Let's go.
Damar Hamlin is a 24-year-old second-year player out of the University of Pittsburgh. He was making a routine tackle in the first quarter of tonight's game against the Bengals. We will show you this play only once. Hamlin made a tackle on Bengals receiver T. Higgins, an otherwise normal play in this game. Hamlin rose, took a couple of uneasy steps, then collapsed backwards. He was immediately attended to by medical personnel on the field who administered CPR and oxygen for several minutes before he was placed in an ambulance and taken to the University of Cincinnati Medical Center. Several players were visibly emotional and shaken up on the field. The NFL eventually made the decision to suspend tonight's game until a future date. Coming up in sports, we will have the latest on Hamlin's condition and if there are any more updates from the NFL this evening.
Basically. So immediately after he collapsed, the paramedics rushed to the field and they proceeded on to give him CPR. Immediately after that, they brought a defibrillator and they brought a stretcher and also an ambulance out there. He was unresponsive and he was not breathing. So with that being said, they had to act fast. The game was temporarily suspended at that present time. I believe everything happened around 8:55. By 9:24, he was out. He was out in the ambulance on his way to the hospital. Now, this same kind of injury has happened numerous times, not just in the NFL, in boxing, in soccer, in UFC. I can't say golf. I'm pretty sure it's happened in baseball. Pretty sure somebody's got hit with a fastball in baseball and caught a concussion. Now we have to ask ourselves, all of this bodily harm that we're putting ourselves through, or these individuals are putting themselves through to give us some sort of entertainment in our lives, is it all worth it? And then we also gotta ask this other question. Is there like a more of a preventative method for them to carry on, not just in NFL, but any kind of sports? Because we see they have brain damage, concussions, they might be paralyzed, might not be able to speak, they might not have 100% of their functions like they used to. So this is a discussion we have to have. Muhammad Ali, right? Same situation. We get mad. He used to dance like a butterfly, right? Sting like a bee. But we get mad at Mayweather because he moves around. He's untouchable. We want to see somebody get hit, right? Just like football. We love the incredible plays, but also when the defense dominates and tackles and puts somebody on their back, we cheer. It's the suspense, but at the same time, at what cost? Situations like this, right? We get a rise, we get a buzz of people putting their life on the line. I was watching another sports reporter talk about how not just in NFL, but like especially in the NBA, it's been a few athletes that have died on a basketball court due to an undisclosed or unidentified heart disease or heart condition. I believe we had We had a guy that was probably going to be better than Jordan that passed away. He, I don't know if it was 1989 or 1990, but he passed away. And I'm gonna say he went to Maryland University. He played for the Terps. I could be wrong. Um, we even got a basketball movie that came out years ago. I say over 2 decades ago. Um, I don't know if Marlon from the Wayne brothers was one of the actors, but I remember, yeah, I believe it was Marlon, and he passed away. He passed away in the middle of sorry about that, y'all. I just got this watch, but I remember he passed away due to this heart condition, and when they make movies like this, it's to highlight the severity or the safety concerns that we have in these particular sports or these entertainment fields. Um, Even Will Smith, that probably didn't get a Grammy for this movie, but he did a movie back in 2015, 2016 called Concussions. It wasn't on the big screen. He wasn't doing it for the big accolades. It was actually a true story. Um, I believe he was an African American doctor that he portrayed. That was like a medical doctor for the NFL and a lot of his players. He was more of a whistleblower, and he tried to bring to light the concerns of these brain injuries, these concussions that people were having, and he was penalized for it. So yeah, it's a big deal. I understand it's $1 billion industry. I don't see what's not. I think pretty much anything in this world that people can capitalize off, it's a money making industry. But with that being said, at what cost do we go? At what lengths do we go to keep expending, putting people in harm's way? That's why I feel like we should go more into technology and find better ways to protect these players. Some kind of safety mechanism, better equipment. I think after all these years, as football been out for what? The NFL has been out as far as 50, 60 years. I think should have some kind of airbag safety mechanism in the helmets, as well as some kind of brace around their neck. Not too thick, but something to protect their spinal cords. Even as far as their uniforms or their pants, like I think they should have more protection, because they're putting a lot on the line and you don't know if you're gonna make it home. Just like this particular situation. You're in the first quarter, 5 minutes. 7 minutes into the game. And a big play like this occurs. He gets up. You would think he's all right. And then he just drops. His heart just stops. So that's why I say a lot of times when they make movies about these particular things, they trying to highlight a certain issue. Now, I feel like we have to take it a lot more serious than we're doing it. But at the same time, it's to our liking that we're entertained and we're probably looking at it, oh man, this happens all the time. But we can't look at it like that no more. It could be your daughter, it could be your son, it could be your aunt, your uncle that's out there. I know y'all love the game, but we got to find a safer way to play the game. I understand over the past 10, 15 years, the game has gotten a little bit more lenient. Not so lenient, but people say the game has gotten soft, because I know they used to play a lot more rough, especially in the NBA and the NFL. They used to play way rougher in the 90s, probably in the 80s. They try to lessen it. They try to make it more stricter. A lot more calls. I say in the 2000s, but I feel like now, I don't know what happened. It went back to what it went to. It's happening a lot more often than it needs to. We just had an issue with a Miami Dolphin player. I believe he was a quarterback, and he suffered 2 concussions. I don't think they're taking it as seriously as they need to, and I think at this point we should take it way more serious than we are. And I understand we're looking at it from an entertainment aspect, but we have to go beyond that. We have to really make a drastic change in society and alter things so that people don't continue to be casualties of this entertainment field. Because like I said, it's not just the NFL. Because what's going to happen? You're going to say no more football, no more basketball. Because people get injured all the time. No more golf, no more tennis, no more NASCAR. I think the world will be a worse place, honestly, without entertainment. That's the craziest thing, though. It doesn't seem like it, but it kind of keeps people at ease, because without something to soothe us, I feel like the world will be in a worse place than where it's at right now. So with that being said, like I said, we have to find a safer way. I know it's somebody out there right now that's working on some kind of technology or some better equipment to protect these individuals that's out there, man, risking their life every day. So with that being said, y'all, everybody put your prayer fingers, prayer emojis, or say a prayer for this young brother right now. Because right now he's in critical condition, 24 years old, really putting his life on the line for this game we call football. Now, it's beyond your fantasy football league or anything like that. Y'all gotta take this seriously, man. This could be it. His whole life could change. His whole life already changed since that hit. But what I'm saying to y'all is, we all just gotta praise the nation in this world, and whoever's out there, whoever that brainiac is out there that's about to change this world in a positive way, let them be. Let them impact the game. Somebody put them billions of dollars behind it so we can have better equipment for these individuals that's putting their life on the line, because it shouldn't be like that. We should have better medical evaluations. Players shouldn't be going out there with heart conditions. I understand it's a lot of things that people tend to bypass because they feel like that's all they got, or they have nothing else that they desire in life other than that particular thing. That's been their number one goal throughout their whole lives. But at the same time, it's like, at what cost? I know people, we're going to lose people here and there. Pretty much, as long as this world continues to stay afloat, people are always going to come and go. But at the same time, we could find a better way to protect ourselves and one another. So just say a prayer for this young brother, Damar Hamlin. Pray that God just puts some breath back in his body for him to breathe on his own without a machine. Pray that he doesn't have any brain damage. All his organs continue to work at 100%. Send your prayers and your condolences to his family in the best way possible. And hopefully tomorrow, we have a better outcome. And it doesn't stay where it's at. Hopefully we see some improvement. Because I would really like to see some improvement right about now. the game that ain't that important. I was actually looking forward to seeing the game, but it's not that important. And we got to continue to see people be hurt like this. Like I say, man, all these guys out there, man, are incredibly talented. Not everybody can do what they do. Yeah, man. Anyway, just like with OG, thank y'all for tapping in. You know, there's a lot going on in this world, man. We just got to unite as a nation and build each other up and console one another. And we going to make it through these situations. Make sure y'all hit that like. Feel free to converse in the comment section.